Hello everyone, episode 49 of Gorbad Ironclaw, and now I notice that the 49 is slightly off. It was slightly off. If you go back, you'll realize that it's not centered. So, faction destroyed Stalsin. No more wood elves. Yay! It seems, I don't know if I have that feeling, but once you defeat some endgame armies, you feel like, oh, now I can get back to what I was doing. And suddenly, yeah, there's Nagaron there. That's going to be a nice endgame, real endgame for us. The Witchwood only has this, and they are at war with many. I wonder if someone is going to destroy them. I mean, if not, I'll just send an army there and beat it, and that's it. Likely, I'll send one army that is on the Nurgle front, on the Nurgle and fighting the Cathay and fighting the Order now. What's it called? The Golden Order, Balthazar Gelt. And I'm going to send one of those armies to the other side by teleporting them, So, what do we got? The Spidery Doom or the Jackpot, man. The Squig Tide, there's a problem. I don't like really the Super Squigs. I like the Armored Squig Hoppers. The Bloodthirsty Beasts seems cool, but the Feral Hydra, Feral Wyvern, the Wyverns are cool. If it would give me two other flying units, I would go for that. So I'm going to go for the Jackpot this time, because I want that scrap. 1,500, that's a full army almost. Let me see if I can make a full army out of that scrap. Hold on. Who deserves it the most? There's one guy here who conquered almost all of the Wood Elves. I'm going to try and go for him. Let me conquer some more places so that I have a little bit more scrap. And just, yeah, there we go. There should be a get scrap alternative there. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you're okay. I'm going to eventually betray Couronne here. It doesn't seem like they have a lot. And I'm going to attack the other Bretonnian south as well. Because at this point, I'm just having the armies stationed nearby. Because all of the armies that were fighting the Wood Elves or were defending some places, now I can invade and I can realize, oh, hold on. I can do this. I still don't have the hero from that guy. Can I reach him? I cannot reach him. Okay. He must have gone from another era. It's fine, it's fine. I'll attack here. It has some siege tanks. Oh, that's only siege tanks. That's the first Panzer division. Oh god. Okay. Well, Panzer division thwarted. I guess they weren't tigers, that's for sure. Oh, I just saw a notification. There's some news in Total War Warhammer, so I'm gonna have to cut this one out and check the news first to see if it is important. Let me see. I think there's a turning point here on the videos at one point. So, I'll check it out later. So, what am I doing? Just recruiting, building. Actually, not recruiting, building stuff. And the most important stuff is to actually see how many armies are nearby and what is your take. Typically, what I found is like the same number of armies that I have to fight against, and that's easy. That's easy. As long as you're not outnumbered, it's fine. When you're outnumbered, just go away. Just go as far as you can and put yourself in ambush so they don't chase, or just go as far as you can away. And then you fight a siege battle. You defeat some of the specific units that you're going to have trouble with in the land battles, and suddenly he is on the run. And that's always a good advice, I think, especially if you're playing without Lightning Strike and such. Like, the only army that I have Lightning Strike is technically not Lightning Strike. It has the ambush on attack from Rachnik Spiderclaw, and that alone already creates so much of a difference. And as you can see, some people say, oh, the balanced army is the biggest problem is the auto-resolve. I'm having no issue at all with the auto-resolve, guys. Like, they still behave proper, really proper. And this was, some people say, oh, it's the WOG. No, this was without the WOG. So, with the WOG, these armies behave even better, And I kind of like that you kind of have to have a WOG. You gotta have a WOG. You gotta have a WOG. So I can already declare one, and I think I should, especially not for this location, because the armies that I have here fighting the Golden Order, they're not good. Like, I don't have anyone special. There's no Oglok there. There's no Ragnik. There's no Gorbad. So this front was just getting conquered and conquered and conquered by people that I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to fight with those. You know? There's some interesting armies here. I think I'm going to retreat this army to see how well it does against... against... against the Golden Order, you know, and against Cathay, because it has the Changebringers. That's nice. So what can I have there? The big lads. Yeah, I got the big lads. The big lads. So yeah, some skills. This is something that I'm going to change for the future. I don't want it to just showcase the skills. Instead, I'm going to show you a little bit of a progression that I would like to do. So the order... It's like they have 5 armies here, and some of them are full of siege tanks. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell a settlement to Nurgle and get him into the battle. And even if it just forces him to go and attack one army, and it causes some minor casualties, and I can, you know, hinder replenishment, that's already good. So if he can at least give them a plague, that's already good. So I'm waiting in ambush there. I have like 4 armies nearby. So that should be fine. And now I think I'm ready to declare war. I have like 4... Oh no, I need to be near that one so that can conquer. Likely he's going to conquer some of... Where I'm pointing, he's going to conquer some of my settlements. I'm going to conquer some of theirs. And then it's going to be a more streamlined front that I can defeat. Now this is going to be an interesting battle. And it's going to be an interesting battle because I'm not going to do the typical thing. I'm going to show you how I control the battle, and hopefully I don't, you know, miscontrol anything. But yes, it showcases that I can win this, but I would lose a lot. And I just want to see if I can do that as well in battle. So let's see if I'm as good as a computer. So the idea here is to spread out the forces, and this is the reason why I started recording, because it has these projectiles which wouldn't happen on a saved file, a saved replay. And I just know that the same thing would happen all over again, where I would have to tell you, hey, I actually won the battle. So I want to show you how it works. And actually, this is doing so much damage. And these projectiles do so much damage. I'm destroying the artillery units. I'm destroying the infantry units, so that only remains cavalry, and I can deal with cavalry. You can see the army that I have is quite good against cavalry. Black Orcs are good against cavalry because, you know, they don't have the mobility to go around them or anything, so they're sturdy, they're armor piercing. The big guns, of course, anti-large. The trolls are good against cavalry. The archers are good because they can go on the walls and they can just keep peppering them down. And suddenly the towers are just doing so much of the damage because this is a lizardman's location, and lizardmen have these powerful towers. So yeah. So yeah, I'm sending some big guns to take care of that lord. I already destroyed the 2 artillery pieces, and I'm just bombarding, and realized, oh, my catapult was actually not needed there. My onager was not needed there. So, and neither the trolls. I'm not seeing, his cavalry is not moving towards, so I can send them here. Now what I want is to see the... Yeah, I cannot reach the tower with the towers. I cannot reach the artillery units. So I'm just going to target the flyers, and hopefully I'm going to diminish their numbers. One trick, guys, this is a trick, okay? And I used it here. You notice my supplies are growing and I don't have any, you know, anything else. First, because the towers wouldn't be able to reach anything outside, so there's no point building them already. And secondly, because flyers are attracted to go against your enemy, your towers inside the settlement. If you don't have any towers, they won't go. And they will stay there, and they will take the bait. Actually, they will be destroyed by your towers, by your arch of fire or anything like that. So if you don't want the enemy to attack, if they have flyers, don't build towers unless you absolutely need them. For example, I'm going to build them, and I'm going to show you that as soon as they are completed, the enemy is going to move in. Okay, so that's 90 seconds for that one, 90 seconds for that one. You're going to see that the AI suddenly is going to start moving those units. So I'm feeling fairly confident here. If he try, oh, I should have sent these guys in. Yeah, but that's fine. I think the Lord can deal with that. But yeah, you can see the flyers are just taking the shots. And I think with each shot, I'm hitting. So I gotta be careful. I'm attacking some of these units, the mounted yeomen and such. But this already feels like an easy to win battle. I've destroyed way too many with just the towers. And these are these towers, you know? These towers are surprisingly resilient. So much actually that if there's another battle here, I'm gonna auto resolve it, even if it is a loss, because I just feel like it's cheesing completely. Because you know, there's no right of me to have lizardman towers. You know, I'm greenskins. I shouldn't have these flashy towers, but I do. They're super good. I'm kind of sad that I don't have anyone controlling those towers there as well, but still. So I shouldn't have towers, but I'm kind of sad that I don't have those towers controlled. Yeah, that's how I do. Okay, so he's engaging, he's breached, and yeah, there's no way. The foot squire's already done. The few knights that are here are completely done. This guy is gonna just cover the artillery where it's gonna be, and you can see this battle is nearly, you know, won without too many issues. I'm losing some units because of the artillery fire, and now he's winning some of these engagements. He's having some foot squires. Apologies that I'm not going to zoom in, and that's why I know this isn't typically how I do things, but there will be time for me to show you some cinematics. Remember, as I told you, that the flyers will be drawn to whenever you have a tower completed. I think it's about to happen. If not mistaken, 90 seconds are about to happen, and there we go. Here they come. And I did nothing. I was attacking them the whole time. I didn't send any units, etc. That's the only thing that has happened, is that I have completed some towers. And because I've completed some towers, now his flyers are coming in, because they're hardwired to do this. So that's something that I would ask CA to change. And maybe I can ask for this behavior to change. And notice, the Lord is not even engaging. It's going straight for my towers. And the other flyers are actually engaging my missile units, which I was, you know, hoping for. So as you can see, that Lord is now fully engaged and is attacking. Over here, I'm just fine. I'm even out on the other side. I think I'm going to need the... Man, I still haven't got used to the icons of the big guns changing. Oof. Because sure, they don't have a shield or anything. They do deserve that dual wield, technically. But, man, that was different. Okay. Black Orcs against some Halberdiers. Now, I gotta send my archer units. That one is routing, so that's cool. And that unit is about to rout those peasant units. So I'm gonna attack here. And hopefully, between the Black Orcs and between the Archer Fire, it's going to be fine. Yeah, the Rogue Idol can also go there. Yeah, I think this battle is going to be a close one, actually. It's going to be a close battle, sorry, a close victory, and not a close, not a Pyrrhic victory with losing a lot of units. So that's good. That means that I'm going to do some more damage later on to any other, you know, he's not going to give up attacking this force, that's for sure. Okay, trolls, let's just fight over here. Yeah, I opened the gate, it's fine at this moment. It's not like he has Grail Knights or Grail Guardians or anything like that here. Yeah, and I feel this battle is still gonna go for a little while. At least as long as there's... Yeah, there's some units that are still full over here, so I gotta finish off. I think if I finish off the units at the walls, he's gonna give up. So that's where I'm gonna focus. There's some units that I can hit from the towers here. They cannot hit the artillery units, which is kind of bad. That's why I've been suffering casualties. I wouldn't if that was the case. I can even move out and attack these guys. Yeah, that lord is attacking my arrow tower, as you can see. And I barely have gotten the catapult in. I'm going to send a catapult against these foot squires on the wall. It's going to move and start firing very easily. I think at the first shot they're going to rout, that's for sure. So yeah, my black orcs are certainly getting destroyed by the enemy there, by the enemy artillery, but even the enemy artillery is almost out of ammunition, so it's not like I have to fear too much, right? I'm even retaking the walls with my archers right now, so that's good. Yeah, let's attack here. Yeah, I'm gonna send some units there as well. You guys, you can go here. Yeah, my artillery units are unit is starting to fire on those, and I think as soon as they fire on those and hit, likely he's gonna go into army losses. This lord, the initial one that attacked, is nearly dead as well. I'm gonna send everyone against him, and you can see the balance of power is already completely towards me. So that was nice. I think I lose a unit. You can see the foot squires. Yeah, that amount of damage didn't came from archers or anything like that. That was a couple of shots from artillery fire doing this. Let me shoot that unit that's still full. So, like every single battle, if you need to decide on a target, always a target that has full life. Look at that. I hit that cavalry and suddenly there are army losses. See? Why? Because health is so important. If they are damaged in health, it lowers their capability of fighting for a lot, and you go for an army losses really well. So I'm not going to click end battle. My towers are shooting. I can pursue some units. So always ensure that you try to defeat as many units here. You don't have cavalry, but you have some trolls, for instance. They can chase some other units. This is awkward because he's just hovering there. And I cannot hit it. Oh, I would need to build a tower, and then, yeah, I don't have the time for that. I would need to build a tower inside here that could reach it, maybe. Or even send my artillery to attack him. He's completely, he's stopped. He's not mobile enough. So I'm at least going to destroy these units. Those are already out of the range. And now I think I can do this. Let me see. No, hold on. There we go. Foot squires 23 units. And what is this? How many? I didn't check, but I think I sent him and I realized, okay, the lord, as the enemy lord, the priestess or whatever is gone. I think I'm fine. This is a heroic victory, not a close. It's a heroic victory. And yep, that was nice. That was really helpful. And 2 armies less. I can lose this garrison next and be happy. So that'll be next episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.